Hey there guys, it's Stanisbub Sensei here, and today we are going to be counting down top 3 anime movies you should watch if you haven't watched them already. At first on our list, we have Kimi no Nawa, or Your Name. I'll try to keep this as spoilerless as possible. The story of this film is very simple to understand and is quite easy to guess where the story will be headed. Be it as it may, I am also a 3-year-long anime major and have seen and analyzed many animes out there. I'm quite confident to say that I am more proficient at guessing most stories than your typical average anime. However, this does not take away my overall fun of watching this movie. The art, as expected of a Makoto Shinkai film, is beautiful and attractive in its own way. The production quality is off the charts and is quite expected to be. His choice of using the colors and use of movement and focus within the frame really helps you pay attention to what you need while also not skimping out and leaving out the detail if your eyes decide to stray away, which I think most of you guys do while watching any Makoto Shinkai's film. For every blur, light flare and particle floating along with the screen really do add the incredible amount of emotion to the screen. I don't have much complaints about the main characters Taki and Mitsuha. Shinkai did a good job at portraying them and their relationships. My main gripe is that I feel they weren't explored enough to make a strong sense of emotional attachment to them. Their lives, personalities, traits, habits, friends are all explored in the first 20 minutes. I felt that we only skimmed the surface of these characters. In the end, the impact this movie had on me was not a minor one. During the movie, I laughed and I cried. Now please don't get me wrong guys, that's a big deal. At the time of writing, only 2 other anime have made me cry, and I'm certainly sure that I wasn't the only one. Please don't approach this anime lightly guys, it's truly an experience that you can never forget in your life. Maybach music. At second place we have Kizumonogatari. It can be expected as it is a part of Monogatari series. Before going into detail about Kizumonogatari, I would like to tell you guys a bit about Monogatari series. The Monogatari anime series has given us 4 TV series and several specials since it started in 2009. The Monogatari series in general follows the high school senior and former vampire Araragi Koyomi as he helps out various people haunted by curses, monsters and other oddities. Simply put, half of this show is about romantic relationship between Senjo Gahara and Araragi, the other half is about a constant argument between 2 values, the rational versus the idealistic, with Araragi as Mr. Nice Guy seeking happy end for everyone. The unique thing about this anime is that the art style is very unique and there are almost no side or supporting characters in the whole series itself. Now then, getting back to Kizumonogatari. Kizumonogatari is the prequel of story how Araragi first became caught up in the supernatural itself. In a nutshell, it shows how he became a vampire in the first place and how he has managed to cure himself. Kizumonogatari has been divided into 3 parts, first one being T-Ketsuhen, which I am using as a reference for this video, the other 2 being Niketsuhen and Reiketsuhen. The first film, T-Ketsuhen, is basically the setup for what is to come in the rest of Kizumonogatari. We see the first meeting of various characters we have already met numerous times before in the franchise. However, that's not to say that these are the characters as we have come to know them. The Araragi in T-Ketsuhen is far more confident man as we see him only a few weeks later in Bakemonogatari. In fact, we learn that he is a friendless loner and supposedly happy to be one. Of course, that is shown to be an obvious lie when he makes his first friend in the form of incredibly attractive Hanekawa. Yet his joy is short-lived as he discovers a trail of blood on his way back from shopping. A trail that leads to the dismembered body of a dying vampire. It is here that we catch a glimpse of Araragi's true core, the part of him that connects the Araragi of the past and the character we have come to know from the rest of the franchise, his sense of right and wrong. At first, Araragi runs away in fear, leaving the vampire to bleed out. Yet, he can't just leave her, knowing that she will surely drain him of his blood and kill him if he tries to help her. He still returns, unable to let someone, even a monster, die if he has the power to help. This act, more than anything, tells you what kind of person that Araragi is and make him a worthy hero for the rest of the story. To know more, I recommend that you go ahead and see the movie yourself and wait for the other parts to come. Maybach music. At third place, we have Koe No Katachi, or Shape of Love. If you were a bully, would you try to change who you were? If you were a victim of bullying, would you forgive your assailant? Koe No Katachi by Oema Yoshitoki details the story of Ishida Shoya and his growth from a savage terror in elementary school, concerned only with satisfying his own need for stimulation. We are first introduced to Shoya as a child performing a test of courage with his friends. You see, Shoya is afraid of boredom. School is boring, living is boring, so he has to do something to cut through that cloud of drivel. Shoya is a problem child, and this is made very clear from the very beginning of Koe No Katachi, when he meets Nishimiya Shoko, a deaf girl who transfers into his elementary school. He does not treat her like a person. He treats her like a tool to alleviate his boredom. He yells in her ears, pours dirt on her, and tosses out her hearing aids, not thinking for a moment that she is just another human being. The movie is portrayed in such a way that we can only feel hatred for Shoya as he goes through with the motions of his existence. His behavior towards Shoko and his sudden realization what he has been doing is wrong is portrayed so masterfully as to be simply exceptional. This primarily unlikable child, Shoya, is the main character of this story. And this story is about his redemption as he transforms from a bully into a good human being. We watch him as he ruins his life, and we watch him as he tries to build it back up again. His development is handled marvelously. His desire to better himself is commendable, and his ability to face the facts and stand his ground despite the shame he feels toward himself is nothing short of amazing. To know more about this story, go ahead and watch the movie. The conclusion that I have reached is that it was certainly an amazing movie, and I am glad that I watched it. While it does have its issues here and there, one must take into account that this is written work of a very young author. It is truly exceptional manga with the subject matter it tackles and the quality it is written, and I wholeheartedly label it as a must read for anyone who is in literature in general. Don't be afraid of facing your fears, because that is the only first step of the journey that you're going to take. Well then guys, that was the end of my first video, top 3 anime movies you should watch if you haven't watched them already. Stay tuned for the next upcoming videos. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, subscribe for more, and comment what you think about this below.